to Russian Wildcats. Hello. Say hello.
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 What's up?
So yesterday we pretty much had the best day ever because we all saw a free concert and guess who was playing? Oh, it's just Tokyo Police Club. It's cool. And it was fucking amazing and you guys will hear about it now.
Before these guys got here,
Alright.
we got there like an hour early, so we were just scoping the place out. And who else but Dave Monks decides, hey, I'm on the phone, but I'm gonna wave at you. So he waved at me. And that was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I remember you like texted.
You're like, holy shit, they just waved at me. I'm like, oh
And then,
my god.
when we were waiting for these two to show up, I just decided to look over, and who else but Greg Alsop was just sitting there, just
chilling.
And then
Moment.
he stared at me for like a good 6.5 seconds, which is
a long time.
That's a
Think
good
about it.
amount of
That
time.
is a
And
long
he made
time for
contact. He was like, hey.
And you're like,
I was like, hey,
oh.
hey. And then he was like back to doing a sound check. But more on that later.
More on that later. More to come. So then finally Dinosaur Bones came on at 3:05, 5 minutes late. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh, what'd they do?
They kind of
like,
just put on Jackson Square and played it. And then
Yeah,
left.
it's like we were being... It's like Dinosaur Bones was opening for Tokyo Police Club, and iTunes was opening for Dinosaur Bones.
Yeah.
iTunes was opening for
Or
Dinosaur
Windows Media
Jackson
Player. Or
Square was opening for Dinosaur Bones. But it was cool because everyone was singing, so I was like, yay.
Yeah.
And then finally they came out, and I was like, yo. Yeah, so they played a decent set, except Hurricane Katrina just popped by. And, like, by the end of their set, it was, like, windy, and we're, like, falling over, and it was rainy, and we're like,
it was so cold.
It was so cold. And everyone was actually soaked, and Emily was, like, petting my head again, and I couldn't find my face.
I was like drying myself off.
You were drying yourself off with my shirt. I'm pretty sure you were drying yourself off with my hair at one point.
And then it decided to be windy and then sunny, so everyone's hair was like poof.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not mine.
So then they didn't get to finish their set, which I felt super bad about because the guy was
They only had
literally
like one
singing.
song left, right?
Yeah, I think they had like
Yeah.
half a song left. But the guy who was singing, he was actually he was in the shower pretty much,
Yeah.
and his hair was like blowing this way, and he's like, ah! And I'm like, dedication. Like,
Oh, it was really funny actually. Yeah.
so finally, like an hour later, Tokyo Police Club came on, and everyone shit themselves. Tokyo Police Club was unbelievable.
Oh my God, so
And
good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, you got 2 out of 3 songs in a row that were right. He's like,
Yeah, and then I told Emily, but like I was like, oh, it'd be cool if like they finished it with like Cheer It On.
Mhm.
Like I wasn't calling that, and then they closed out with Cheer It On, and I was like,
for their encore. That was
It was
awesome.
nice.
yeah.
Okay.
For a bit there, I was on fire in terms
So
of
that
set
was
list
like
calling.
that was like the night, and then after we went and got a little drunk at this pub.
I've got 3 things for us to talk about in order to summarize the night or the day, I guess. So 1, who was your favorite band member to meet and or interact with?
Well, this is gonna be awkward because I know we're both gonna say the same one.
Well, then
My-
you can have different reasons why.
So like during the concert, well, like during sound check, I was like, Graham, will you sign my thingy? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, now? He's like, no, after the concert. I'm like, okay. Actually, he did. So I assumed that meant after the
After.
concert. And I was like, Graham!
Or could have meant like roll down a hill or something like
And
that.
play guitar.
Just- yeah.
Roll down a hill and then play ukulele. Either or. And then I was like, before he left, I was like, Graham! Also, serious question! Can we be best friends? And he's like, yeah. And I don't really know what that meant, but he did this and then that. So I assumed
Let's
that
roll
was-
down a
Could've
hill
been after.
together.
I thought that meant some sort of friendship thing because he did this, so it was like good
Seems
enough.
legit.
So then after, I like tweeted about how me and Graham were best friends, and we met him after the concert, and I was like, hey Graham, and he was like, hey, and I was like, yeah, so I don't know if you remember this, but you kind of promised to be my best friend, and like kind of promised to sign my CD. He's like, I don't remember that, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, you did. And he's like, that seems reasonable. He's so honest. I'm like, I love you, and then yeah, he signed my shit. We took a picture, and I'm like, you have to tweet me back because I tweeted you. Like, make sure you do. And he's like, this fucker answers me back, and he's like, yeah.
It's a funny answer.
He's like, okay, I'll try, but just remember that if I don't tweet you back, it's not because I forgot. It's because I refuse. And I'm like, honesty, that's important. So Graham, you're the bomb.com.
Emily, who is your favorite?
It's also Grant just because he's my favorite member.
I know.
That's it?
No, okay, like, because he's just so cute and awkward.
I know.
And, like, when he's on stage, he's just, like, when he plays, like, he's so into it. Like, everyone, like,
Mhm.
oh, like, just his
Like
concentration.
dances and shit.
Yeah, like,
You're like, oh my
and
god.
his, like, cute little smile. And, like, got to meet him, and he was so nice. Like,
Yeah.
like, he was genuinely, like,
He was just, like,
really
standing
nice.
around, just like, alright, let's come on. Like,
yeah.
oh my god, like, let's just,
Alright.
Like,
so glad we're best friends, because we are.
mhm.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and say mine then.
Yeah.
It's a tie between Josh and Greg. Greg, because he and I had the moment and he remembered.
For real.
Unlike Graham, who forgot that he promised you.
Yeah, what the hell?
Greg actively remembered who I was, and the reason I picked Greg and Josh is because they both did me personal favors.
Mhm.
Greg, when he felt bad because I was whoring my Sharpie out, so I gave Greg my Sharpie and he used it to sign everyone's stuff,
Oh my
and then he
God.
felt bad that like I had to hang around. So
Mhm.
he went onto the stage and got me 2 drumsticks, one of which went to Emily. Well, he signed them as well. One for Greg left because Greg's left drumstick, and the other Graham Wright because Graham's last name is Wright, which I thought was pretty funny, and because of the drumsticks.
Yeah, yeah.
So then one went to Emily and one went to Natasha, who we all went with. And Josh, I felt bad because I had gotten 2 drumsticks and neither of these guys had really gotten anything. So I was like, okay, perfect thing to ask. So I went to Josh and I said, could you do me a favor? He said, sure. I'm
My
like,
heart.
do you have any spare picks? When we were waiting for Greg to sign our stuff, one of the stage guys just threw a guitar pick into the crowd and Dar didn't get it, and that made me sad.
Yeah, because none of these, I know
Those
none
girls
of these
were, like, in
bitches.
front of...
I was like, I actually play guitar, can I have it? And he's like, yeah, I'll get it for you. And he came to get it and he threw it. I'm like, why couldn't you just hand it to me? And then these girls like trampled my head. And I'm like, none of y'all play guitar and you know that. And I'm like, go back to your hole.
He pulls it out, and I'm like holding it, and then I'm like thinking, I'm like, alright, what do I want him to write on this pick that would be meaningful? So Dar comes over and she asked me, can I have this? And I didn't want to say anything yet because I hadn't decided what I wanted him to write on it.
By the way, he wrote Russian Wildcats.
And this dumb cunt just comes over.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, can I have it? Like, who the fuck are you
Oh, that pissed me
that
off
makes
so
you
much.
think it's okay
That's
to ask
actually-
me for this guitar
Oh my
pick?
god, I want
She's
to
like, you already have 2 drumsticks. I'm like, well,
That's
suck
true,
a dick.
but I don't fucking know you.
Like,
Oh
seriously,
my
I did
God.
not know. And he could see it. I saw it in his eyes. He saw it in mine. He and I both had a moment. He's like, why is she asking you? I know she doesn't know you.
Oh
She
my.
was like back here.
No, she
and
literally came out of nowhere.
She saw him take it out, and she was like, can I have
And I'm like, well, no, because I don't know who you are.
it? Like, the way it happened, so funny, though. Like, we actually
Oh,
just stopped. I was like, we all just turned our heads, and
I'll
we,
give
like,
it that look. Like,
and then Tay just,
I
like,
went, like, dead silent.
I don't even know you.
so I got
Yeah.
Graham drumstick, I got a Greg drumstick, and I got a Josh guitar pick, but I didn't get anything from Dave, and I didn't know what to get.
It was really awkward.
So he
We
signed the
couldn't
bottom of
figure
my
it out.
shoe, which faded away, like, immediately. And then he signed the back of my iPod, which now I'm never going to throw away, and he called it vintage,
So you can't.
which is another word for, he called it the hipster iPod. And he was drinking PBR the whole day.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
You're like, Nadia, what's
What's the hipster beer, Don?
It's a
Yeah,
hipster
PBR, it's PBR.
I thought you were just asking, like, as a
No.
genuine thing that people... Everyone knows that, okay?
Oh, that's-
Pass
Anyways,
the
on to the
ribbon.
next topic. Okay. Number 2. Your least favorite thing that happened yesterday. Yeah,
I think the thing that bothered me is
expands into
I
that
wish I could have
question.
drank before the concert. Like, just like a beer or 2, you know? Just so I was, like, kind of pumped, because I felt like I was, like... By the time they came on, I was like...
Emily, what was your least favorite?
A fucking bee flew into my head. A bee flew into my head.
I didn't know this. My least favorite thing, it's the 12-year-olds that thought it was okay to inch themselves ahead of me, and the fact that, like, at the beginning, when the crowd had all settled and, like, we were just hanging around, Graham threw one of his drumsticks out into the, or Greg, sorry, threw one of his drumsticks out into the crowd, and I had, like, Michael Jordan, like, leap from the free throw line. Like, no gather either. I just leaped,
Yeah.
and I had it in my hand, but some fucking, like, black girl, like, wrenched my wrist
It
all
was
the way
the
down
same
this way.
black girl.
Yeah, the same black girl. Oh, more on that in a second.
Hmm.
But yeah, I had the drumstick in my hand, and these, like, 19 people wrenched it out, and I was like, alright, whatever.
Okay, least favorite audience member.
Yeah, least favorite audience member, for sure, would be the girl that cut in front. That-
Son of a bitch.
Like, she was whispering to her friends, but she was so loud about it, she's like, oh, let's cut behind him. Because, like,
no.
I was facing away from the
No.
fence, but I was sitting against it. So she just, like, put her bag behind me, and then, like, And
you're
I'm like,
just
alright, well, I hear you, so how about I throw your bag into the fucking ocean?
My least favorite audience member was the girl. She had braces and curly hair, and she was 7 feet tall.
Literally.
The one who kept whipping it in front of your
And
face.
she,
like
okay,
that.
her hair was like this, and it was basically an afro, but long. She was like this,
that.
and she was like,
The whole time!
and like everyone could see it, like even fucking Dave could see it, and I was like,
Like, I saw you,
Bitch.
like, push her over.
like she was so annoying. I'm like, your pube hair is in my eye.
My least favorite was that random girl. Like, I thought she was on something, like...
I thought she was like on M at least.
Yeah, she was just
Popped them all in.
weird. Now she was sweating.
She was sweating. She's like, I got my shorts dirty. She was okay at first.
Yeah, like, at first I was like, okay, she's just here to have fun and make friends.
Yeah, but
Where did she
like-
go? Did she like?
She
Probably
disappeared.
go throw up. She was
That's
so
what I thought. I thought she was gonna like. That's why I was so like hesitant to talk to her because I thought she was gonna like throw up on one of us. So last question: your favorite song that they performed? Or that they
Oh
played?
my God, Citizens of Tomorrow by
Yeah,
far.
that wasn't even a question for you. I knew it was. Gonna
Yeah.
be.
Oh my
It's more of a
God.
question for Emily.
Yeah, this is my
Your
favorite song.
English is good.
That was your favorite one?
Yeah, just because everyone was so like pumped up and it was funny.
Yeah. I fucking love Citizens of Tomorrow, and like I like when they perform it at concerts. I like how like there's that moment when like near the end when he's like in the ruins of the old times, and it's just like dead quiet. It's just his voice, and everyone's just like clapping. I
Yeah.
love that because it happens every time.
It does.
You
We
know,
would
it
know.
yeah,
We would know.
we would know. What's your favorite song?
No one will ever agree with me, but "Not Sick" was easily like my. It's because it's my favorite song by them.
I like that song.
And, like, I was so hoping that they played Big Difference because that like "Not Sick" and Big Difference are easily like they're like sleeper hits on Champ. Like they're such good songs.
I
and, like,
love
no one.
Not Sick. That's Big Difference was my ringtone for a while. I don't know how you feel about that.
I feel very good about that.
Okay,
So
sorry.
yeah, that was basically Tokyo Police Club in a nutshell.
It wasn't really a nutshell.
Well, in a pretty big nut. I
it
guess.
was
Pretty
a
big
wide
nut.
nutshell.
That's like a macadamia nut.
Yeah, bigger
A
than that.
walnut.
Like a Jamaican.
Oh, yeah, or,
African
I would say a
one.
walnut.
A
Walnuts are
coconut.
the biggest. Yeah, coconut.
Coconut. I was Tokyo Police Club in a coconut. A large coconut. So since this is officially our second episode, big day guys, we thought we might, have a bit of more of a format going,
Structure.
Yeah, exactly. So we actually have segments now. Whoa. Now we're gonna look through my freezer. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Transition.
In a segment called "This is what's in Dar's freezer." Which is
I'm like awkwardly like getting up in the middle.
You have to like.
What's even in here? Birdie, tastes as good as it can, guys.
Like my
This
mama.
expired last week.
This is stuck. So we have new Eggos. These are pretty good. Blueberry, I'm so excited.
Ew, what the hell? This is like Chinese food from like the 80s. Look, it's like chicken balls.
I don't know how to explain that one.
What the fuck? This expired in 91.
let me look at that.
Palak. Pannier. It's literally 3 rolls, like in a bag.
February 2011. 20th. Still good. I see 199. Well, this is just
Ew, it's
I thought that was a mouse.
It's a necklace.
the newest fashion in Dar technology.
That's Tando roti. I guess roti. See, I don't want roti. It's actually just pita bread.
How could you miss?
White people call this pita.
Oh God, I'm gonna fall in.
This.
What is the label? That might be
Fair
my
weather.
hamster.
Oh! She's kidding.
Are you serious? There's a hamster in here?
I think it's in a box.
This feels really weird.
Shit. Can we open it, please, and find a hamster?
Oh my God.
No.
What the fuck is this? This is a real
That's
question.
margarine.
Oh, I found the lid.
It's on
Where's
it.
the hatchet?
Freezer brings to see the expiration date.
I'm gonna find Nadia's dead hamster.
That looks like a claymore.
Oh my God, where's the bottom of my freezer? Use the tomahawk to your advantage. What the fuck?
It's like a bag of snow.
This water's probably still good.
I want to like cut it open. Emily, the native Indian.
God.
I did.
Oh my God. Oh
Okay, that was terrible. 10-second tidy.
What else can I chop up? Can I chop up the margarine? Let's go outside.
It's not quite a liquid.
Look at that. Ew! Oh my God, feel it.
I know,
no.
it's slimy. 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Hey, you can actually be like the sculptor that you wanted to be.
Oh my God,
I
smell
could.
it.
Dar, get me some eggs. I'll make you breakfast.
That was fun. I had fun.
My hands are buttery. Another segment, because we're keeping the segment thing here going. I don't know if you know my dad, you probably don't, but he says some
might.
questionable stuff, and we'd like for you all to hear it. So, this segment's gonna be dedicated to him, called Dar's Dad. Enjoy.
Oh, he will.
Explain what a virtual hug is.
Mom, good. Dad, good. Virtual hug. You do virtual hug. And use his both hands and smile. It's better late than never.
That's some good advice there.
1, 2, 3, virtual hug.
Your dad is like perpetually high as hell.
Oh, music recommendations. You guys have some today?
Keeping up with the last 2 weeks. I'm going last.
Okay, whatever. I guess we'll do this
Let's
then.
start to think about.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. So, I'm gonna recommend this band. It's decent. Like, they've got a decent amount of what's the word? Publicity right now. But there is some people that still don't know about them. Said the Whale.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. They have a new album coming out on June 4th, which as of right now is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. It's an EP and it's called I Love You. And I don't know if you heard the song yet, but I Love You is an amazing song. It's not even just like when I heard, I'm like, oh my god, it's like a sappy love song. But no, it's like a fucking like pump you up, like, oh my god, I want to run and jump over the Himalayas right now. Like, it's awesome. And the EP drops tomorrow. I highly, 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 highly recommend you guys listen to it because Said the Whale's been one of my favorite bands and they continue to amaze me. So, Said the Whale, I Love You EP. You guys need to go look it up tomorrow, download, purchase, whatever you need to do to keep updated on this shit.
Emily?
I'd recommend Take Back Something. It's even my favorite band since their fucking album Tell Your Friends came out in like 2003.
And it was awesome.
And it was awesome. And I was like 8 years old and I was like, this is a good band. And I still listen to them all the time.
Are they going to that Warped Tour thing?
No.
Aww.
They played last year, which I think. I've never seen them in concert, and that's like the saddest thing ever.
That is depressing.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna recommend either Utterances of the Heart by MC DJ or All American by Hoodie Allen.
Well, pick one.
Either or, it's for them to decide. I'm recommending both. So Hoodie Allen is a rapper, so
Okay.
listen to All American. Or MC DJ is obviously a DJ, so listen to Utterances of the Heart. Also, if you're okay, fuck you. I'm gonna put you in the middle of the freezer and I'm gonna sit on it.
Hopefully you
And
find the hamster.
No, she's gonna be the hamster. But yeah, if you listen to the track "Spinning You," I will give major props to whoever can tell me what the beat behind that song, where that comes from. If you can tell
Ooh,
me,
I love doing that.
if you can tell me where it comes from, I will be thoroughly impressed.
Is
So,
that
yeah.
it for music recommendations?
Suppose
guys?
so.
You
Now,
good?
excuse me, I'm gonna snap Ashley's neck. I don't know what's going on.
That actually looks so
I'm so
weird.
confused.
And that was Ashley. Oh god. Alright, thanks for watching this week's episode of Russian Wildcats. And if you didn't watch, then what are you doing on this page?
Yeah, what the hell?
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense for them to see the message if they didn't watch either.
I
It
skipped through to
doesn't
the
matter.
It's a rain man.
They'll see this. That's all that matters. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Yeah.
We really need like an outro. Don't forget to comment,
Like
and subscribe.